Hi everyone, it's Darlene. It is Friday and Clip to Save has the new Smartsource preview up and we are going to take a look at it together. And I have a few things that I want to chat about, but first, if you want to look at this preview all by yourself, you can go to Clip to Save and just click on Previews, Smartsource, then you'll pick the preview you want to look at, or I have the link for you below this video in the info box. We are looking at the Smartsource for February 1. These coupons will be up on their site and available to order on Saturday morning. We never know what time, so if we happen to see something good, you'll want to get up early. There are other clippers out there that you can visit. I tend to stick to Clip to Save. Love them. Okay. Okay, let's go see how many. Ooh, 65. I've got a lot to say today, so I'm glad there's a lot of coupons to look at. So let's start right here, which for a second was exciting, but it's $1 off 2. Had this been $1 off 1, many of us would have been able to get these for free when they go on sale. But you know what? Ooh, 1 redemption per family. Holy cow, talk about limiting. Wow, bring non-family members with you. So I was going to say you might still find these for 50 cents someplace, and in that case you would get them free, but this line up here puts a little damper on that. You know, I'm all for limits because, you know, nobody needs 100 of these bowls. You know, it's nice if you're going to donate them to the shelters and all that, but to me, I mean, 1 coupon per family, I would rather they would say, I don't know. I would rather they would just, you know, limit to like, 4. But how would they know? You go back in the next day, so whatever. That's okay. They can do what they want. It's their coupons. Okay, so let's swing on over to the next. Oh, $1 off 3. Now, that also is not as good as we used to get. We used to get these for free also. And they're so good. I know they're salty. Now, are these the ones that come, is there a packet to mix? I can't remember. Whenever I have something with a packet that I have to mix in, sometimes I won't even mix the packet at all. I just eat the noodles, or I'll sprinkle just a little bit, and then I save the rest in my seasoning drawer for when I make soup and stuff. Look at the expiration date, July 31st. I will be complaining about heat at that time of the year. Okay, eggs. Not a great deal because these eggs are expensive, but if you're egg fussy, then you can get that coupon. Free mascara when you buy the eyeliner. Okay, while we go through these, what I consider boring coupons, and I only say that because I don't need them, so they bore me. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. I had mentioned a little while ago that I suffer from depression, anxiety, obesity, and I could probably name 10 more things, but I'll stop with that. I got so many emails from people who act like they would be interested in me talking more about that, and I would be happy to do that. I just, I know it's widespread, but holy cow, I mean, just so many people, so many have stories similar to mine, the way we feel about things, the anxiety. Somebody even mentioned that they also have an anxiety when it comes to the phone, using the phone, and I mean, it sounds weird for me to tell somebody how I can, literally feel like passing out or vomiting or both at the thought of having to make a phone call, like an appointment, or, oh my God, it's making me sick right at this moment. Just the thought of it. Let me just breathe for a second. I am not exaggerating. It makes me so sick. So, it's hard to talk to people about that because they look at you like you're crazy. So it would be kind of cool if I could talk to somebody else who feels like that. And, I don't know how many people out there are like me. I always tend to think I'm like the only one that is this weird. But and you might say, well, gee, you have a hard time on the phone, but you can talk on YouTube. This was hard for me too. And I even had jobs where I talked on the phone. I worked at Domino's Pizza when they first opened in Sanford. I worked for 3 years. So I was able to answer phones, and that's less intimidating to me because it's not me calling out, it's them calling in. I mean, there's just all kinds of reasons. And I have times where I'm better at things than other times. But for the most part, it's a struggle for me, a daily struggle, daily. And so what was my point? Huh? Oh, yeah. So some of you would like me to talk about that. Here's my question. What are we going to look at while I talk about those kind of things? I just bought these for the first time at Walmart. Yesterday, I think is when I went. No clue how they're going to be. Our favorite hot dogs are Red Franks. They have to be natural casing red, but sometimes, I mean, they're like, you can pay $7 a pound for those now. So I just wanted some quickie, cheapy hot dogs, so I thought I'd try. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I don't need to look that foolish. Yeah, so, generally I talk about this stuff while we're looking at the flyers or the coupons, but then I thought if I'm just going to do specific recordings on depression, anxiety, all that jazz, and I'm not quite ready to sit in front of the camera. That day will come. That day will come. But right now, it's just easier for me to just do the talking part. And I don't know what we should look at while I'm doing that. But I will think of something. And I do want to thank everyone who reached out to me. And to those of you who shared your experiences, I totally appreciated that because you made me feel way, way less abnormal. I mean, it's probably still abnormal. I mean, what is normal? I don't know. I'm just trying my best to live the best that I can, and for the most part, it sucks. I mean, it does. I have to be honest. But I am I'm very grateful for the things that I do have, and I'm very grateful that I can work. I would no longer be able to work out in the public, in the world. I mean, I did for years. The older I get, the stranger I get, and the other thing is that all those years that I did work and I was a powerhouse, I was also a actively drinking alcoholic. So that's another thing that I had. And in some ways, that allowed me to, be a woman of the world. I could conquer it all because it took away a lot of my anxiety. But I haven't drank now. Well, I mean, I will have a drink every now and then, maybe like 2 times a year. But for the most part, I quit drinking back in 2000. So, wait a minute. Back up. $2 off one? Have I ever seen this? Is this a joke? I'm just reading here. Expires March 30, 13 ounce or larger. This is a good coupon. Very good. I don't see any restrictions other than the size. Isn't that even the smallest size? I don't know. They probably have some of those smaller to-go things or whatever. Wow. Okay, that's a good one. You might want to put that one on your list of things to order. Now is this going to say do not double? Because the cookie ones a lot of times do. Let me see here. 75 off 2 Oreos. That might end up being good. I don't see do not double anywhere. Oh, and it looks like it's going to start with a 5, so that would double. Very good coupon. So what else? What else did I want to say? Yeah, so I'm gonna try doing that. I've actually wanted to start already, but some of you may know that I had a water tank, my water heater in my cellar. They call it failed. That's the word that they use. My water tank failed, and it not only flooded my cellar once, and I called down east because I thought I had an oil issue because the house reeked of the smell of oil. But they said, no, it's just your water tank. There's no oil involved here. They said, we've shut you down. You're good. You can use the water on your mother's side of the house, blah, blah, blah. Well, the next day, so I chose to ignore it the rest of the night. I mean, I put my calls out to my plumber and all that, and I was like, I'm just going to go to bed, ignore this, and I'll deal with it tomorrow. Somebody's calling me. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. That was one of my friends asking if she could come over and help with my flood situation. Now, I can't remember what I was just saying before I answered the phone. I don't know if I was talking about that yet or not, but some of you know that my water tank, yeah, I think I mentioned it. When I do these recordings, I can pause, but I can't go back and listen to what I've said, and I usually forget everything that I've said to you. So, I'm in a mess, but I am going to get through it. I have been wanting to get my cellar cleaned out for a long time. We did a major cleaning years ago, like I would say maybe 20, 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. How old am I? Well, yeah, I'm 30 years ago. We had a couple of summers of yard sales and, was able to get rid of a lot of stuff. But over the years, it came back. And now I'm going to have to be forced to clean out. And that's a good thing. The bad thing is it's very hard for me to do it mentally and physically. I have kind of hoarder tendencies, and it makes me very sad to throw things. And now if I see, photo albums that are in water, it's going to be hard for me to deal with the fact that I let that happen. And, I should have taken care of things. And so, there's a lot that goes into it. And then physically, because of my weight, I can go down and work for 5 minutes and I'm exhausted, and that's okay too. If I can do 5 minutes and come up and rest, that's what I'm going to do. So, and so that's why right now I know I could have friends over here helping me, but it would be a lot of me just staring, saying, don't touch that. No, not that. No, that can't go. Wait, I don't want to move that yet. So I have to get past the mental part a little bit before help, because it would be people just standing around with me not letting anyone touch anything. So I know I'm going to run out of time. I am going to try to do some chit chat, depression, anxiety, OCD, ADHD, what, all these things. Try to do some of those recordings and maybe get you guys involved in letting me know your stories, and it might help. It might help us all. It might help no one. Who cares? We'll give it a shot. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you saw some coupons that you liked. I will be back with more soon. Thanks again. Bye.